If you're new to deep sea fishing in Florida, this video is for you. I'm going to break down step by step how to catch mahi, tuna, kingfish, wahoo, sailfish, snapper, and grouper all in one trip offshore. In this video, we're covering the 5 most important things every beginner needs to know: your gear and rigs, the best baits and lures, where to fish, how to set up, and the biggest mistakes to avoid. And here's the best part: we're going to go over both trolling basics and drifting basics, the 2 main techniques you'll use offshore. My name's Dylan, and without further ado, let's get right into this video. So the first thing we're going to get into is the gear and rigs. And when you're just starting out, you don't need to spend a fortune. I always say, save money on the rod and put it toward a better reel. For deep sea fishing, I fish conventional setups, usually 2 rods if we're trolling or bottom fishing. My go-to reels are the Shimano Torium and the Penn Squall. They're tough, reliable, and won't break the bank. They work great for trolling, and they're just as effective when drifting live baits or bottom fishing. If you've got a bigger budget, the Penn International is a beast for trolling. But for most beginners, the Torium or Squall will do everything you need. Now for the line setup, I spool both reels with 40-pound braid for strength and capacity. Whether you're trolling or bottom fishing, 40-pound braid will get the job done. Now if we're trolling, I will then add on a 50-foot top shot of 40-pound mono. And the mono stretch acts as a shock absorber, which is huge when big fish hit. Now if we're drifting bottom rigs, to target those mutton, snapper, or grouper, I'll swap to a Carolina rig on the same exact reel. That way, one setup covers both trolling and drifting. Now it's time to get into the bait and lures. So let's go over trolling first. For trolling, these are my main lures, and all these lures will be linked in the description below. For my long lines, I like squid feathers, chuggers, and the MVP of trolling is the sea witch with a bonita strip. This combo flat out catches mahi, wahoo, tuna, and even sailfish. Now for drifting, live pilchards, goggle eyes, or threadfin herring are gold. Drop them down near structure for snapper and grouper, or let them sit on the surface for pelagic fish cruising right by. You don't need a dozen lures or baits. A few proven trolling lures and some quality live bait will catch just about everything offshore. Now let's get into number 3, where you should be fishing. Deep sea fishing is all about finding life. Blind drifting or trolling rarely works. Here's where I focus. Weed lines and rips are great for mahi and tuna. Reefs and ledges are awesome for snapper and grouper. And fishing a heavy current is usually where you'll get those sailfish. Now wrecks and structure usually hold a ton of bait, which brings in predators. And don't forget your sonar. If you mark bait or fish while you're trolling, stop and work that area hard. Now at number 4, let's get into how to set up. This is where the trolling basics and drifting basics come in. For my trolling spread, I keep it really simple with 4 lines max. A squid feather close in and a chugger way back. Then we have 2 planers pulling sea witches. That way you're covering multiple depths and giving yourself a shot at mahi, tuna, wahoo, and more. Now for my drifting setup, I'll fish 1 bait down deep on a Carolina rig, another mid-water, and 1 on a flat line near the surface. This setup covers snapper and grouper on the bottom, while still giving you a chance at sailfish, tuna, or kingfish cruising through up top. At the end of the day, the goal is always the same. Keep it simple and make sure your baits look natural. Remember, it's better to fish 2 lines correctly than 4 lines tangled or rigged wrong. Now before we wrap it up, let's cover the mistakes that will cost you fish. Mistake number 1, fighting the current. Always troll or drift with the current or across it. Your baits will look natural and stay in the strike zone. Mistake number 2, ignoring structure. Don't just fish open water. Always target reefs, weed lines, or wrecks where the bait fish gather. And mistake number 3, overcomplicating your spread. More rods doesn't mean more fish. 4 good baits rigged right beat a tangled mess every time. And that's it. Now you've got everything you need to start deep sea fishing in Florida. We covered the gear, the baits and lures, where to fish, how to set up, and the mistakes to avoid. Plus, you now know the basics of both trolling and drifting, the 2 techniques that catch just about everything offshore. And if you guys have any other questions about deep sea fishing, let us know in the comments below. We hope you guys enjoyed this tackle video, and we'll see you in the next Barjack's Tackle video.